All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the Beauty Break Room. Thank you for being here. The Beauty Break Room is where we're just gonna talk things beauty while I do my beauty, be that skincare or makeup. And today, what I wanna talk about is niching as a beauty professional. I know we hear this when it comes to like social media and all the things, but baby, you gotta figure out what you're passionate about. So you gotta figure out what you're passionate about so that your portfolio and the work that you produce is a direct reflection of that. Meow, meow. Nah, just kidding. All right, so personally, when I was freelancing, I had to figure out what it was that I was passionate about. What were the type of jobs that I wanted to get booked for, right? One of the things that I am extremely passionate about is women of color. And if you have followed me or if you go on my portfolio, you will see that my portfolio and my resume is a direct reflection of what I am passionate about. It's crazy because I used to try to fight it all the time. I didn't want to be the Black artist that was boxed in. And when I mean boxed in, there's this thing that as a African American artist, people will only hire me for African American talent. That's a whole nother issue that we can get into. But I had decided at some point in my career where I was no longer gonna fight what I was good at and what I was passionate about. And that was making women of color look beautiful. The reason why I stopped fighting that is because there was an exercise that I did where I had a beauty coach and we sat down and we talked about origin story. One thing about origins is that there's so many things that have molded and shaped you into the person that you are today. Case in point, I got a stocking cap on my head and I'm on camera. The reason why I'm able to do this is because things in my life have shown me that this ain't that serious. I'm cute, it's whatever, y'all about to see me get done up, it's not that serious, right? So that's just an example of things that mold and shape you into who you are. So as far as my career is concerned, I'm a dark-skinned woman, as you can see. I was raised by a light-skinned woman with blue eyes and blonde hair. Throughout my childhood, I was always told I didn't look anything like my mother. I'll insert a picture here. I look nothing like her. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. So as you can imagine, there was a complex that I grew up with that why it wasn't that I ever thought I was ugly or not beautiful. I didn't understand why other people didn't think I was beautiful like my mom. And that molded and shaped me in the way that I saw myself or presented myself in public, or what I felt I was allowed to think and feel about myself, because I'm a dark-skinned girl. Like, how dare I think I'm cute? But also being raised by a fair-skinned woman, a fair-skinned Black woman, excuse me, and having fair-skinned aunts and uncles, and just having a whole smorgasbord of color. If you are a Black woman or person or someone of color, you understand that your family comes in an array of colors. It's just not one size fits all. So I personally have seen how people treat light-skinned women, good or bad, where there's all this hate that comes just because they stepped in the room, or there's all this love that comes because they stepped in a room. So I have a soft spot for women of color of all colors. I want dark-skinned women to feel beautiful. I want light-skinned women to feel beautiful. I don't want light-skinned women feeling like they have to darken their skin to be beautiful. I don't want dark-skinned women feeling like they have to lighten their skin to be beautiful. And so I say all that to say this, that because of my origin, because of what I was exposed to, because of what became important to me, because of how I saw people treated, it started to show up in my artwork. I wanted to just exemplify women of color. When women of color are in my chair, I understand what they're feeling. So I can empathize and I can sympathize with women of color because of what I've gone through and what I've experienced. So if that's what I'm passionate about, if that's what I'm good at, I said, why am I trying to run from this? Because producers and stuff only want to hire me for Black people, that's not my problem, that's theirs. I know what I'm able to do, right? Not only did my life experience shape my passion, but my love for products and experimenting and understanding how different products work on dark skin or people of color was something that I really leaned into. And because I loved it so much, it made me really well versed in product knowledge, as well as knowing more about how people of color and our skin works. So when you put all of that together, I know we be trying to fight like what we are good at and what comes easy to us, and because it comes easy to us, we think that we don't need to be going for it. We need to be going for the hard stuff. I want to put a stop to all of that. The thing that comes easy is usually the thing that you need to be pushing forward. Because those were things that I loved, like love. And, oh man. Oh, what is in my eye? Not a whole lash in my eye. Woo! Oh God. A whole eyelash tried to take me out, y'all. So I'll never forget, there was a photographer that also specialized in taking photographs of people of color. I remember that photographer telling me, lean into what you're good at. Lean into what comes easy for you because it's something that you're passionate about. Not it comes easy for you because you're lazy about it, but because you're passionate about it, it comes easy to you, right? I was in a place in my career where I didn't think it was gonna make or break me if I took that bit of advice, and it was from someone that I really trusted, so I took the advice. I take this advice. I rebrand. I make sure that it is very clear who it is that I serve. So that meant like my brand messaging on my website was very clear on like what I was passionate about and what my specialties were. I did not hide that I had a specialty in women of color, that I knew how to airbrush, that I had all of these things in my repertoire, right? And then my beauty mark, which my beauty coach had us do, is that my beauty mark really represented the type of client that I served and wanted to continue to serve. So I basically made that change. And once I made that change, the doors busted wide open. Because I was clear on my niche and who I served, producers, people who were having weddings, because I did weddings for a while, don't ask me to do yours. People knew that, oh, I could hire her for my destination wedding. I'm a woman of color. She specializes in women of color. Look at all of these examples. I'm going to fly her out for my destination wedding. Oh, she has this full portfolio of women of color. These are the people that she's worked with in the industry. These are the people that are here. Oh, I'm going to hire her as our makeup artist for our multicultural division or whatever. There were times that I was literally being flown out to serve the people of color on that production, or the people of color that were going to be for that press junket or whatever. Because as much as we think that there is an abundance of people now that like it is more mainstream to need to know how to serve this skin color, it's not. So me being able to lean into something that I was running from actually opened up my career in a way that I cannot even describe. Now I'm in a sector of the entertainment industry, which is theater, where maybe we don't see many like me backstage or on stage, which is something that really needs to change, y'all. But because of my specialty, because of my 14 years of specializing in people of color, I am hired for jobs that need an expertise in people of color. So instead of me trying to serve everybody, I found who I needed to serve, who I was passionate about, where I would excel. And now the phone won't stop ringing. The emails are blasting. So it's not about, I'm not trying to have you booked and busy. I'm trying to have you booked with purpose. booked with passion, booked like a boss, like a beauty boss. And I'm so serious about that, which is why I'm doing this 4-week course, which is why I want to fill you with this knowledge. We're gonna do exercises where we're gonna be able to really like talk about it. Let's talk about it, sis. Let's talk about it, brother. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what it is that you are passionate about, that you've been running from, and why you've been running from it. Who told you that you needed to run from it? Who told you that you would be less than if you leaned in to this? It don't have to be people of color. Mine is people of color. But is it people with disabilities? Is it people from marginalized communities? Is it C-list actors? People that don't get all the fame and all the glitz and glamour? Is it theatrical? What is it? Is it transformative makeup? Is it green screen? I don't know. Whatever it is, let's come up with the roadmap. If you don't take nothing else from this video, know that you need a roadmap, you need a blueprint for your success. And I'm here to help you with that. I'm Tish Ferguson, and I'm your beauty coach, and I am dedicated to getting you booked like a beauty boss.